Are you sure? Are you positive? Mr. McInnes, would you like to grace us with your, what did the Southern Poverty Law Center call you? An inspiration. The Southern Poverty Law Center. Gavin McInnes, the inspiration to America.
Thanks, Pax. Ooh, hot day today, huh, guys? Hot day. Wow. I like that guy. I like Paxton. But let's cut the shit. He's a homo. And I was talking to this guy. I don't know if you went to Columbia, but this guy Ahmadinejad, he was saying that in Iran, there's no homos.
You killed them all. That's why.
And that sounds like my kind of place, you know? So I'm not going to be your average speaker up here today because I've been kind of looking into Sharia and I kind of like a lot of it. For example, I just drove here on my bike and this lady's in the fast lane. All these cars are going by in the slow lane, right? Because women can't drive. With Sharia, you don't have to deal with any of that shit. They're all in the slow lane where they belong. And there's this guy they have to get, this guy named Wally. And every time a broad wants to do something, they got to talk to Wally. So, you want to go for a drive? No. The roads are going to be amazing with Sharia law. Are you with me here? It gets better than that. I don't know if any of you are married, but I'm married. And it's not exactly pussy central over there, right?
I wish I were.
So what you do with Sharia is you say, look, I want to have sex tonight. You into it? No? You got to hit the couch.
That's right.
The law says you get to throw her on the couch and she has to sleep there for the night.
Right. Do as I say,
Then she comes back and she goes, okay, can I sleep in the bed tonight? And you go, well, what about some hanky-panky? She goes, no. Then you get to beat her. It's the best system ever. What are you all screaming about? It's like everything that these guys hate in the 1950s, but it's law. Here's another thing. It goes on and on, by the way. Remember Mattress Girl? And she was like, I got raped, and screaming about rape, yada, 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 yada. With Sharia law, you don't have to do none of that stuff. As soon as she starts talking, you go, I'm cutting your testimony in half, so when we go to court, you got to get like 50 witnesses. I don't know. I don't understand what all the hubbub is about. It reminds me of feminism. Everyone was bitching about feminism in the 60s and 70s, but these chicks were taking off their bras and lighting them on fire. I'm like, bring it on. No, but seriously, folks, I'm shocked that we have these anarchists over there, these far-left liberals, screaming in defense of Sharia. And that's the beauty of this whole rally, is we trick them into advocating everything they hate. To advocate Sharia is to advocate for not just sexism, but for women on the books as second-class citizens.
Right, that's what they do.
Isn't that what sexism is? Women having to ask permission to go to the doctors from their wali. What are we doing here? How did we end up here? And you see women wearing hijab saying, no, I'm queer, and I'm at a rally. I'm Linda Sarsour can run the rally and say she's only got pro-choice people at the rally. If you wear a hijab, you're pro-life. I'm sorry. All these people have been duped by taqiyya, which is the Muslim trick of lying. Now, a lot of Muslims say, you're never going to have Sharia in America, so this is fake. What you're doing here is protesting Muslims in general. Sharia is the worst case scenario, and we see that looming on the horizon. In Britain, you see people when you walk down the street handing out pamphlets advocating for Sharia law. There are Sharia zones in Britain. 50 years ago, if Brits had an anti-Sharia rally, they'd say, what are you doing? It's never going to happen. This is bloody ridiculous. Well, it happened. And it's happened in Paris. And it's happening in Canada, where it's now illegal to insult Islam. So I see those other countries as the canaries in the coal mine. And those canaries are dead. We just had a case in Dearborn, Michigan of what, 200 young girls being circumcised, being genitally mutilated? By the way, whose idea is that? Don't you want more clits?
Right. That's what we want.
Who looks at their wife and goes, "You're too horny, I wish you'd dial it down a notch"?
Fascist.
Bizarre customs. So no, we will not have Sharia law in this country within the next 10 years. However, there is a strange culture that is happening on the left where they've chosen these strange bedfellows, and I don't mean moderate Muslims. The left has chosen radical Muslims as their allies. These radical Muslims hate everything we stand for, including the liberals they've aligned themselves with.
Like CNN?
Yeah, get off the stage, lady. We got it. Anyway, in closing, I would like to say that being proud to be an American comes down to one basic truth, and that is freedom. This happens to be the nation closest to God because it is the nation that is most free. Every other nation plays God and tries to tell you what to do. We worked hard to get here. We had a civil war. We had a revolution. We fought and fought to create this perfect society. May not be absolutely perfect, but relative to the rest of the world, we did it best. And the way we retain that beauty, the way we retain that success, the way we retain that freedom is to fight back at a system that is anti-freedom. And that's what Sharia is. This is not an anti-Muslim event, it's an anti-Sharia event. And if you're anti-Sharia, you're pro-freedom. And if you're pro-freedom, you're pro-America. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so